everyone. Welcome back to Let's Talk About Scams. I'm your host, Joyce Petrowski, founder of R.O.S E Resources Outreach to Safeguard the Elderly. And today I want to talk about a new scam that was brought to my attention by Jim Stickley, and it's on puppy scams. If you are looking for more resources, want to sign up for our email or our mailed newsletters, or find our social media links, you can visit our website at roseadvocacy.org. And don't forget, you're going to want to click subscribe so you don't miss an episode of Let's Talk About Scams. Okay, so let's get into it. Puppy scams. So first of all, thank you, Jim Stickley, for bringing this to our attention. And so this actually happened to a friend of his. They were in the market for a puppy. And so they found a Facebook group, and the group had like 1,000 or more people that belonged to the group. So they thought, okay, this is a valid group. And so they signed up for it. And the person that was moderating the group, though, was actually a scammer. And it took a little while before they figured it out, but let's go through kind of what happened. So, they talk to the person about the puppy, and they get pictures of the puppy, and it's exactly, what they were looking for. And they get a lot of information, and they stay in contact with the person and, find out what the puppy likes to eat, all that stuff. And they put a deposit down. I think it was like $400. They put a deposit down on the puppy, and, you have to wait until the puppy's a certain age before and have certain shots and things like that before they get adopted out. And so it's getting close to when it's time for them to get the puppy, and the owner comes back and says, well, there's an additional fee for whatever reason, and it's another $200. So they send that money, and they send the money usually over Venmo or Zelle, those instant cash apps. Then they get notified that the puppy's ready and it's going to go to the shipper. And so they said, you'll be getting contacted from the shipping company. And sure enough, they get contacted from the shipping company, and they say everything's great. We're getting ready to ship the puppy, but our requirement is the puppy has to be in a crate. Now, you can either buy a crate or you can rent one from us, but there is going to be, a rental fee associated with it, because we have to ensure that we're going to get our crate back. And so they talk about it, and they're like, you can go buy your own crate. Usually runs about $2,500, but you want to rent one from us, it'll be about $1,500. And so they're like, all right, we'll rent one. And again, they send the money through Venmo or Zelle, one of those instant cash apps. And so now they're in for it's over $2,000. And then they're getting ready to ship the puppy, and then they come back and say there's an additional fee for something. And then that's when the people realize that, hey, something's fishy here. I think we might be getting scammed. And so they ask their friend to send an email to the people and say, hey, is this puppy available? And sure enough, the moderator of that Facebook group, which was the scammer, was like, yes, that puppy's available. And here's a bunch of pictures, got all the same pictures, all the same information that these guys got. And so then they realized that they had been scammed. They had sent everything through Venmo or Zelle, and those apps, when you go to send the money, they give you that warning sign of, are you sure you want to send this? You can't get your money back. Are you sure you know who you're sending this money to, and all of that? And they've clicked yes. So they're out over $2,000. They're not getting that money back, and they're not getting the puppy. They were probably buying the puppy for their kids, or maybe they were getting the puppy for themselves. They lived alone or something like that. So that's devastating. So there's, yes, you have that financial impact from that, but now you also have that emotional impact, whether you're buying it for your kids, yourself, whatever the reason is, you now have that emotional impact that you're not getting the puppy. So please be careful if you are out there looking for a puppy and you're looking online. Talk to people that you know, like, and trust, and see if they know of any reputable places that are selling puppies. There's a lot of good, reputable places out there that are selling puppies. There's a lot of great, reputable breeders out there that are doing good things, but just make sure that you're getting some references from people. And then, just be careful. If you're doing this online and you've not used this place before, if you're willing to let go of the deposit, if you were to lose it, maybe early on after you make the deposit, have your friend reach out and do the same thing that this couple did and see if the puppy's for sale even after you put a deposit on it. And then, before you get too far down the road, be careful with it when you're dealing, with buying puppies. Puppies are great. We all love puppies, right? It's easy to get caught up right in the moment, or, you're at work and you only have 15 minutes. And so you're getting on and doing what you need to do and not really thinking about, is this a scam? And, it's not something we really want to think about every time we do something. Is this a scam? But unfortunately, in today's world, that's kind of where we're at, because the scammers are all over the place. Another thing you could do is put in the name of the breeder or the company that's selling the puppies, and put fraud or scam after the name online and search, because maybe you'll be able to find that there's other people that have been scammed from the same place, and there's information online about it. So that's another way to check. So, in closing, please be very careful. Just know that there are scammers out there selling puppies that they don't have. They're just trying to get the money, and have that trusted person that you can talk to, and do your due diligence in your research online. And, before you get too far into it with some money, have somebody check it out for you. Do the same thing that these people did in this story, and see if the puppy's for sale even after you've already put a deposit on it. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And if you want more resources, you can go to our website at roseadvocacy.org. You can sign up for our newsletters. We have a mailed one and an emailed one. You'll find our social media links. And don't forget, you're going to want to click subscribe so you don't miss an episode of Let's Talk About Scams. Thank you.